inferno begins. Fire's vengeance. I purify this one. Forged in pain.
Hey guys, welcome to a new guide video. Today I'll show you how to play Brand. Kill sequence is W max followed by E because we need both damaging and wave clearing abilities to be able to lane mid. Q is maxed out last for the CC. Also remember to put points into your ultimate whenever possible. Okay guys, so on Brand we're gonna start with a W level 1 here, so that allows us to have some presence in the early game. So it is an AoE ability that deals a ton of damage. So Brand's passive placed will basically allow each of his abilities to gather a stack, and then once he has 3 stacks, then this ring will form around the enemy champion or monster camp and then deal damage based on the maximum health. Of course he's really strong into tanks because of that passive right there. And also when a target is ablaze, then his abilities will have bonus effects. So his W right here will deal more damage. His Q will stun the target and his E spread range will be increased. Right now when we're playing against the Zoe, we know that she has to walk forward in order for her to hit her Q, so we can try to time our W with that so we make it easier for ourselves to hit the abilities here. So when you play Brand in the mid lane, of course it's really important that you max out the E second guys, because you need that extra wave clear, otherwise you won't really be able to show out the waves. Your W has a lot of damage, but it's not enough. And that mana regen on the passive also makes it really easy for us to sustain through the entire laning phase pretty much. So when you combo on Brand, you want to make sure that for maximum DPS you want to make sure that the target is already ablazed before you hit your W, because if they are, then it's going to deal a lot more damage. Your W is like most of your damage in the laning phase, so right here I used it before she was ablazed, but that's pretty much just to poke. But if you're going all in, then you really want to make sure that that passive is ready before you hit the W. Okay, rip bot lane. Not really the best matchup. The champion's Brand is really good against our tanks and bruisers because they have really high HP. Renekton is good, Hecarim is also really good because they will be stacking HP items. Alistar is also really good, so Brand is a decent pick here. But as for the matchups, you want to be playing into something that has medium range and immobile, so Zoe is fine. Or something like Malzahar, Vladimir, that's really good matchups for Brand because you can bully them really hard. Like a random Hecarim gang. I have to watch out here though, because one bubble can pretty much take me down if I get ganked here. Need to respect that. Oh, he's coming again, okay. That's a basic combo right here, we can go for the kill. I ignited him as well. Thing is, Brand is rarely being played mid lane guys, so people don't really respect the damage he is able to put out, so we ended up getting a kill for free here. That's pretty good. That's the thing though, you want to make sure that when you trade or when you go all in on fights, you want to get that 3-hit passive, so you make sure that that passive spawns around the enemy champion, because that's going to deal a lot of damage as well. And of course that damage is based on maximum health, so it's going to be even stronger later on in the game once people start building HP items, so it's a really huge part of your damage. Of course it's going to hit everyone nearby, so if people stack up, that's where Brand really shines. That he wants people to be grouped so he can nuke them with all of his AoE damage. Team is doing pretty well right now actually. This is a high diamond solo queue game. It is pretty snowbally this season, so whichever team gets the lead pretty much wins most of the time. There's not really that much of coming back into the game. It's really hard to stall this season, so early game champs are really good, champions who can snowball in the early game. Brand isn't the best pick, it's mostly a pick for those who really likes the champion and wants to make him work. Then support and mid lane, that's why he shines the most. Mainly support though. I think Alistar is around here because he's missing bot lane. Oh my god, he really was, yeah, this guy 2 levels behind or something, he's just looking to AFK roam. That's what people like to do in high elo on Alistar. They just abandon the lane and then they just permanently roam. It is so annoying to play against. Thing is, I knew he was here, so that was kind of my bad as well, but I didn't expect him to be camping so long because he was 2 levels behind already. But you never know, he's probably going to rush Mobius and then he's just gonna run mid over Nova. So that's the problem with Brand, is that he's immobile, so he's really easy to gank as well. So wave manipulation is really important when you play mobile champions, because if you get caught out then it's really difficult for you to escape. So your ultimate, guys, like your super team fighting ability besides your passive. It can bounce, of course, and it can also bounce from you to the target. So when you use it, you want to make sure that you're really close to the target, so you make sure it bounces, because if it doesn't, then it's just going to disappear and then becomes really useless. Because if the target is ablaze, then it's also going to briefly slow the opponent. So what you can do is that you use your E first and then your ultimate. That way the target will be slowed and then it's easier for you to land that Q. So you get the stun off and then you can follow up with your massive damaging ability on your W. Landing phase is really boring though, because we are not really playing in a lane that we can kill, because we also have to watch out for Alistar and Hecarim, because they're really good at abusing Brand because of him being immobile. Just have to focus on shoving the waves and try to hit as many minions as possible with your W and then all of them afterwards. The thing is, guys, the Empower D has like 600 spread range, so you can use that to poke the opponent with as well. So that's why it's also really good to max your E second when you play mid lane Brand. Not only for the wave clear, but also because it's a reliable poke tool. Your Q has higher single target damage, but if you max that second, then you won't really have any wave clear. And that just means that the opponent will shove you in over and over, so you'll never be able to do anything in lane. And nice, so Jana started moving here, so we are a bit more safe. She also helps warding. I can't walk up here because I know I'll be absolutely destroyed by oh no, that's not good. Okay, nice shield. But yeah, this is basically what it means to play immobile champions in the mid lane. I have to be really careful. Like extremely careful. Okay, I have to help her here. She's gonna die to a long range Q from Zoe and auto attack and ignite as well, so I'll let her die. There we go, hit her with that E spread right there, that's pretty good. Nice, we got the stun off as well, so now we can all in. Great, so we got another free kill right here. CO extended quite a bit. Thing is, with Zoe though, if she uses her ultimate, then that's pretty much a free stun for you, because she will always go back to her initial location, so you can always time your abilities, but Smart Zoe won't really do that though. So you basically just have to wait for her to mess up before you can actually kill her. Because Brand is very predictable. You always know how he's going to try to poke you down and combo you down. So unless you can catch the opponent by surprise, then you have to wait for them to mess up before you can really go for those kills. Because he is immobile, so he can't really surprise the opponent without his flash either. So you really rely on the opponents to make mistakes. Oh, that sucks quite a bit. She has the Everfrost, so if she hits us with it, then he can follow up with a free bubble and then just pretty much one-shot us with a Q. Need to respect that. We also have Hecarim in our jungle here, so I cannot walk out. I'm just gonna stay back here and chill for a bit. Got 3 people mid. I'm gonna stay back and chill here. Luckily that Everfrost has a cast time though, otherwise I would have been dead right there, for sure. Oh no, no way. That hurts a lot. You get punished really hard if you get hit by just one of these bubbles, so you can take cleanse into this matchup, but the problem is that just lose so much presence by taking cleanse. So the only way, or the only case where I would take cleanse is that if they also had a jungler who had a lot of CC, so a Elise or Sejuani, and then combine that with Zoe, then that would have been enough for me to take cleanse. Yeah, he has Moby Boots, he's just gonna roam around the map here. That's what people do in high elo. That's how you impact the game as a support. You're just gonna be as annoying as possible and really roam around and try to abuse people who don't manage their waves really well. That's a really nice combo you can do on Brand though, guys. A lot of people don't know this, but the thing is, if you E someone and then you walk towards them, then that person always know that your Q is coming right afterwards, right? So they will be prepared. So what you can do is that you Q first and then you E while your Q is midair, because your Q animation is so slow, so your opponent won't really expect the stun because they think it's just going to damage them. They can't really see the E before it comes out, right? So it's a really nice way to get guaranteed CC off. Sucks a bit I didn't get the kill right there, but it's fine though. Watch out for Zoe. Yeah, that's the bubble. Oh yikes, I cannot hit her. She's so fast, what? Yeah, that's also a problem with Bran, is that a lot of his damage comes from skill shots. And if the opponent is really good at spacing, or if they have really high movement speed, then it's very difficult for you to hit them. So what you can do is that you can get Ryla's Crystal Scepter later on in the game, just to make it a bit easier, and it also gives you more impact in team fights, because you proc that AoE slow that also works with your passive, so you constantly keep proccing Ryla's, so the opponents will be slow throughout the entire fight. Camille's winning top though, that's pretty nice, because it's a counter matchup. Like Renekton is supposed to win hard early on, and then Camille outscales. He does have Ignite though, so that's probably why. Oh, he took out that ward really fast. I couldn't really contest that at all, because his W. Our top lane is doing really well, so that's great. We just have to keep pushing mid here. We really want to take down the outer turrets first, so the other turrets are down, but the most important one is the mid lane, because if this tower goes down, then you'll be free to roam around in the enemy jungle without them having that extra bit of safety. The mid tower basically opens up the map more than the turrets in the side lanes do. That's why it's really important that if you want to snowball and open up the map, then the middle tower is the way to go. Does she survive? Oh, that's so nice, okay. We can go for a fight here. So what Brand is really good at is team fighting. You want to make sure people are grouped up so your ultimate can bounce between them. Just use your ultimate on anyone. You don't have to focus on a specific target unless they overextend. You just make sure that your ultimate spreads like we are doing right here. Because that way it will bounce and apply your passive to everyone, right? So that's how you really impact the fights, is that you make sure people are grouped up and then you use your abilities. You can pretty much start the fight with your ultimate, and then you can follow up with a Q afterwards, because it's going to stun. Just make sure that that ultimate bounces, guys, because if it doesn't, then it's going to disappear, and then a lot of your presence and your team fighting power is gone. So your ultimate plays a huge role in team fights. Okay, interesting teleport coming in. We can go for this guy here. He's going to flash, so I'm not sure if he used the summoners actually. Oh, he's so dead. Bad W. And this guy's just getting one shot. Camille's second part of Q is true damage, and she is super fit, so it's always fun to have her in team, but not that much in the enemy team because she's so OP right now. We have the Lion Resanguish because it has really great synergy with our passive, and then the next item will be the Demonic Embrace. Because that's also another tank shredding item that deals damage based on their health, so these two items combined with your passive will shred absolutely anyone. So it's like a core build that you'll be using most of the game, but if they don't have any tanky champions at all, then you can just skip the Demonic Embrace, and then you can also go for Ryla's Crystal Scepter if you want to. Funny's Hourglass is also really fine if you need the safety from, for example, assassins, so it really depends what you need for each game. Because items are always situational. I'm gonna stay mid here because we can't really split push. This is not a split pushing champion. He doesn't have anything for a 1 versus 1. What he's good at is poking and then team fighting with massive AoE damage. If you go to the side lane with Brand, you just get destroyed pretty much by anyone who's decent at split pushing, so you want to avoid that. You want to stay with your team and preferably in the mid lane. Oh wow, I thought he was going in here. Guess he's not. I was ready to fight though because I do have my ultimate. That though he should die because of Lion Risa and my passive. Yeah, he went down. Yeah, Alistar is also here. Needs to flash. Oh, he has his ultimate up though, so that's why he's not taking that much damage right now. We can use the blast cone. This is really good though because my top lane and jungle is getting the entire bottom side of the map, so we are just pretty much stalling. Taking out the ultimate, so this is super worth it. We also got a inhibitor tower, so the game is pretty much over at this point. We just need to group and make that final push. Another fight happening soon, let's go for it. Oh what? The Jenna ultimate messed up my my W. He's gonna die though. Look at that AoE damage. This is where Brand really starts shining. Oh wow, Kai'Sa actually enjoying those kills right there. I think her Q lasted both. But this is pretty much what Brand is capable of doing if he gets the proper setup. Like if the enemy team is grouped up. Because then you can just throw in that ultimate and a W and that should be enough to win the fight. Yeah, that should be GG's, so that was the Brand guide. I hope this was helpful. As always, see you guys in the next one.